Please welcome Joanna Mendelson, Kendall Kosai, Vlad Khaykin, and Kaley Levitt.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Joanna Mendelson. I'm the Senior Vice President of Community Engagement for Jewish Federation Los Angeles. Thank you. And it is my honor to share updates on both the Nonprofit Security Grant Program, the NSGP, as well as the budget request and bill expansion. And I'm really excited to talk about this bill because it's not just for the Jewish community, it's to uplift all communities, all nonprofit communities. And I want to give a shout out to all of our allies in the room. Can we give them a round of applause? There are so many up here today to advocate for issues that impact us in the Jewish community, but also impact them. And so this is a beautiful bill that helps to unite us all. So first, the Nonprofit Security Grant remains one of our most critical priorities. This year, we are requesting a whopping $100 million for a one-year allocation. As anti-Semitism has reached unprecedented levels and hate-driven threats continue to rise across California, the need for robust security for nonprofit institutions has never been more critical. Our California nonprofit organizations, including churches, synagogues, mosques, LGBTQ centers, and reproductive rights, healthcare facilities serve diverse communities, and ensuring their ability to protect constituents safely is essential, and it's urgent in this moment. So the demand underscores this reality. In the most recent cycle, more than 1,600 organizations applied for this grant, requesting a total of $325 million. But it far exceeded the available resources. So that's why we today are asking for the legislature to once again step up and meet the requirements, meet the moment, and scale this investment that this time demands. Our second related request is AB 1836. For those of you in the Jewish community, Chai and double Chai, easy way to remember it, which would expand allowable uses of grant funding to include outdoor events. And this is important. We are in partnership with Equality California because they have felt the pressure of the security needs as gay pride demonstrations happen across our state, and the security to protect them is significant. So we are looking to secure all communities that there is a safe, open public setting and that they can apply for these grants. Recent global incidents, including the attack on Bondi Beach, underscore the urgency of this need. Events such as the Pride Fest, celebrations like Hanukkah gatherings, Yom Ha'atzmaut festivities, and many, many more would benefit from this important expansion. And so together, these measures strengthen our ability to protect community life, ensure safety, and preserve the ability of Californians to gather openly without fear. Let's secure this funding. Thank you.
Good afternoon, or I think it's still morning, so good morning. My name is Kendall Kosai, and I am the Director of Policy for ADL. Can I get a little shout out to ADL here? All right, love it. Today I'll be briefing you on Assembly Bill 2664, establishing safe worship zones in the state of California. Over the last day and a half, I think we can be all clear about the threats and the problem that have been occurring outside of synagogues across the state. According to ADL's data, there were 90 anti-Semitic incidents that took place at synagogues in California in 2025. Yes, the policy is tricky because balancing free speech and free exercise, but the state of California absolutely has an interest in protecting congregants' right to freedom of religion. And the public agrees too. Just yesterday, we released a poll that says that 66% of Californians support safe worship zone policies. And as noted earlier, we are not asking you to be experts. We are asking you to tell a story, what it's like walking into a synagogue, going through metal detectors, armed security guards, bulletproof glass. And that's why we need this law, because to make folks like yourself feel a little bit safer. So if you take away 3 things about the policy and talking with your legislator about, I want to impart you on these 3 things. Number 1, protests and other altercations outside of synagogues are at all-time highs. Number 2, everyone deserves the right to access their place of worship without fear. And number 3, 2/3 of Californians support safe worship zones. Alrighty, thank you and good luck.
Good morning. My name is Vlad Khaykin, EVP Social Impact and Partnerships North America at the Simon Wiesenthal Center. And I'm excited to introduce to you all AB 1387, the Jewish Ethnicity Bill, that was initiated actually by Jewish California and introduced by Senator Henry Stern. We've spoken a lot about anti-Semitism over the last day and a half. Well, I put it to you that the fight against anti-Semitism begins by insisting on the right to define ourselves, rather than have our identity defined by others. For generations, Jews in America have been asked to fit ourselves into categories that do not quite describe us. Government forms, institutions, and even civil rights frameworks often reduce Jews to a religion alone, or collapse Jews into racial categories that fail to capture Jewish peoplehood. The truth is, Jews cannot be reduced to a race or a religion. We are a people with a religion. To wit, only 11% of American Jews say that being Jewish is primarily about religion, according to Pew. For most Jews, what binds us together is not merely race, nor a set of theological practices or beliefs. It is culture, heritage, traditions, language, community, memory, and belonging, and yes, for some, religion. In other words, all the things that make up an ethnos. AB 1387 recognizes that reality. For the first time in any state in the Union, 1387 would give Jews the option to identify as a people, as an ethnic group, on certain government forms. And having accurate demographic data comes with tremendous benefits. The way government defines us shapes education, employment, civil rights protections, budgetary allocations, and responses to anti-Semitism, as well as public understanding itself. AB 1387 does not impose identity. It simply grants to Jews the dignity to define ourselves authentically and to be seen as we actually are. Thank you. Good luck today.
Now I do get to say good afternoon. My name is Kaley Levitt, Vice President of Government Affairs at Jewish Family Service in San Diego. I'm grateful to be here today to introduce you to 3 items that reflect Jewish Californians and all of ours commitment to the core Jewish values of tikkun olam and responsibility to stand with and support the most vulnerable Californians. As David said this morning, these are real people. These are people among all of us in our communities living and working. The first item is $20 million budget ask to support refugees. So many of us, our descendants, have family or friends who fled persecution and rebuilt their lives in a new country, even here in California. Now it is our turn to advocate for those refugees who are new to California. Refugees are promised support during the first 5 years, but federal funding cuts are pulling that support away early. This is impacting more than 90,000 individuals, including many children, right here in California. These families are already working, learning English, and building stable lives. This funding helps refugees become self-sufficient faster so they can contribute back to California's economy and workforce. Jewish family service agencies, many of whom are represented here today, serve these populations, and there's many other providers. We're asking today for a minimum amount required of $20 million to keep these vital services alive. The next 2 items that I'll be talking about are related to the impact of H.R. 1. No one should have to choose between putting food on the table, buying prescription medicine, or paying utility or rent. Yet H.R. 1 is forcing many individuals across California parents, and older adults to make these hard and difficult decisions on a daily basis. The first item is protecting Medi-Cal coverage. There are more than 2 million Californians that are going to be impacted by H.R. 1's changes to federal regulations regarding Medi-Cal. New federal rules require Medi-Cal recipients to file paperwork to prove they meet work requirements. Many eligible people will lose health care, not because they don't qualify, but because paperwork is confusing and inaccessible. Today, we'll be asking for support for AB 2161 to help remedy this situation by having the state use data it already has to verify Medi-Cal eligibility automatically. This will keep people covered and make sure no one loses health care just because of these new administrative burdens. And last, we'll be advocating for protecting food benefits. Federal changes will cut off food assistance for nearly 1 million Californians. This includes veterans, former foster youth, people experiencing homelessness, older adults, and caregivers. Today, we'll be advocating for AB 2299, which will expand a state-funded program to replace what's been taken away. Food is a basic need. This bill asks California to step up and ensure that no one goes hungry because of harmful federal policy changes. Together today, we're going to go and advocate for opportunities to remove barriers, create opportunities and stability so every Californian can thrive.